Hi, I'm Joyce, and we are in Middlefield, Connecticut. This house we bought we've been here almost a year. We bought it, we downsized from a 4,800 square foot house to 2,400. We were very fortunate when we found this house because we were on a 2-week timetable. And we've been here almost a year, and we've redone most of it, and we absolutely love it here. Well, I've met Nicole probably last January, and it's kind of a funny story how I got introduced to her. My husband and we go to Florida quite a bit, and we were on a JetBlue flight heading to Florida last December, and we had just decided we were going to redo our kitchen, and I was sitting there looking at a consumer magazine, and this guy next to me, he kind of overheard my husband and I talking, and he said, "I don't mean to pry, but, I hear you're looking at refrigerators." And I said, "Yeah." And he says, "Well, if you want to do a French door, just make sure it's not next to the wall." And I said, "Oh my God, you're so right. That's why we're redoing the kitchen." And then we got talking, and my husband owns a shop in New Britain, and we asked what he did, and it happened to be David, the owner of Viking Kitchens, and he said, "Oh, we remodel kitchens." So it was kind of funny, and in talking to him, he lives in the same neighborhood as good friends of ours, and we took his name, and then when we got to Florida, we did a little research about the company, and we said, "Wow, they look pretty good." And we called, when we got back that next time, we called and said we met David, and he suggested that we work with Nicole, and we said that's fine. And then we met her and loved her, and it's been really a great experience working with her, and also getting to find out what David's doing. And we actually haven't seen him on another plane yet, again, because none of us have been flying much these days. So that's kind of how I met Nicole, and it worked out perfectly. It was very easy working with Nicole. We've built 2 houses and renovated a third house, and we're very specific what we wanted and what we expected from our renovation. So we went in there and we told her, and she listened, and the 2 things we wanted out of the kitchen were brightness, because it was very dark before that, and we also wanted functionality because it is such a small kitchen. So I wanted everything in here to actually have a function, to not be wasted space, to be able to be used easily. And she listened, and she came up with a design, and there were some things we kind of said, okay, well, we'd rather do this. And she was like, okay. And as long as it worked on paper and it would work, to be functional when we got here. And if I mentioned something, I'd like a little area to, put junk on, and she came up with this cute little cabinet that, it fit perfectly. And it was so easy to work with her because she listened to what we wanted and what our expectations were, and all of that was met. What I love most about my kitchen is that it just works, and it was such a great idea to put in this little island. It's not a huge island, but it just is a space that I use every single day for multiple purposes, and it just makes the kitchen work. It can be used as a counter to put food on. It's a great prep area, which was nice. Underneath the cabinets, we have the waste basket and all that, so that I don't have to schlep trash around when I'm working on the counter. And we decided, much to my dismay, to put seats at it. But I'll tell you what, we eat here more than at our kitchen table. So it really has worked out. And so I really love my island that has nothing on it. That's what I like. What surprised me most, like I said, we've built 2 houses. The timing, you have to coordinate everything, and it just seems like everything takes twice as long as what you expect. What surprised me most about this entire process is we had a timeline, and we just stuck to that timeline, even though at the beginning of this was when the coronavirus hit and everything was locked down. I mean, I was like, oh my God, I'll never get my kitchen. And we started demolition at the end of February, because our cabinets were due to be ready the third week in March. And they came in the third week in March and they were installed, and we had a fully functioning kitchen. The only thing that wasn't done by Easter, which was the beginning of April, was the painting. And I'll tell you what, I was so surprised at how easily the process went, and how the communication with Nicole between me, her, and my builder, it just was flawless. And I was like, I was so nervous to do a reno, and I'll tell you what, if I ever buy another house, I know where I would do the kitchen over again. And on top of that, we redid our master bathroom, and we did a little work up in our second bathroom, and all of that was all complete within the 6 weeks. And that to me was amazing, especially given the circumstances we had to work under. So it was just a flawless process. I have friends that actually called me last couple weeks ago, because my sister-in-law was there and was telling them how we renoed our kitchen, and they're redoing theirs, an old house in Simsbury. So we had no qualms in giving them Nicole's name and Viking Kitchen. I hope they've called her because we did recommend it. I mean, anybody who wants to redo a kitchen, I would definitely recommend. And I have a feeling my builder, who used to be a builder, he built this house originally, is now just doing, small projects. I am absolutely sure that he would use Nicole again in a heartbeat. Matter of fact, he sent me to somebody who was who he's used for years, and we went in, and first of all, the showroom was not up to par. And second of all, the woman, we went in there just as if we hadn't talked to anybody already. And it was like pulling teeth to get her to give me ideas of what we should do with the kitchen. And we left there, and I said, I know that, Kevin uses her, but we're going to call her and tell her, don't even bother working up a quote, because we just felt so comfortable and confident with Viking, with just our one meeting with them. And I think I would definitely recommend them to anyone.